This is our Partner Spotlight series where we feature ISV solutions in the nonprofit and/or education space in both EMEA and/or AMER that are currently helping our customers during the COVID-19 pandemic. So Partner Spotlights will feature one of our ISV solutions for 10 minutes and will showcase their solution and how they're helping customers adapt. Each partner has a chat group where you can find more information and reach out to the partner and partner account manager. And at the end of the video, there is a call to action slide on how you can best work with each ISV. We also have a lot of resources put together by our team that have listed different webinars, blogs, and other ISV solutions that are helping during this pandemic. You can access these links on the Ask the ISV chatter group and on this slide. So without taking up any more time, let's just jump right into it.
Hey everyone, my name is Melissa Danish and I'm the partner advocate on the ISV team over at Salesforce.org. I work with our Salesforce.com partners that sell into the Salesforce.org markets. And I'm really excited to introduce you to one of my awesome partners today, Blackthorn. I'm continuously impressed with Blackthorn, their team, and their products, and I'm so excited to introduce you to one of my good friends, Kristen Hicks from Blackthorn.
Thanks, Melissa. Thank you for that awesome intro. My name is Kristen Hicks. I'm the Director of Marketing and Partnerships at Blackthorn. Just a quick tidbit about myself. I live in South Dakota, rural South Dakota, on a 4th-generation cattle ranch with my husband, who's actually wandering around. So if you see him come in and out of the screen, we're both, loving work from home, but it's got its fun challenges. So yeah, we'll hop right in here.
Yeah, Kristen, tell us a little bit about Blackthorn.
Definitely. Thanks, Melissa. So we have 2 apps on the App Exchange, Blackthorn Events and Blackthorn Payments. Our event management app lets you basically do everything event management in Salesforce with a flexible native event management solution. And then our Blackthorn Payment solution lets companies focus on customers instead of payment processes. That's kind of the gist, and then a few customers that we work with as well.
Awesome. And I can't say enough great things, and I can't say enough how proud I am of you, the entire team, and how you guys have stepped up during COVID-19 and these crazy, uncertain times. Blackthorn was actually one of the first ISV apps I talked to that were eager to help customers, and even on our Salesforce teams where in-person events started to get canceled. Since then, Blackthorn has continued to be the forefront of changes happening around COVID-19. Kristen, tell us a little bit more about how the team responded to these changes.
Yes, so I'm happy to. We're going to focus today on our event management application and really how we pivoted to help businesses affected financially by canceled in-person events. We very quickly shifted our roadmap focus to work on features that help companies streamline virtual events using Salesforce. I'll explain a little bit more about that later. And for companies facing budgetary restrictions, we wanted to be aware of this as well. It's going to be, it was a hard time to get signed on with a new vendor. We lowered the barrier to entry with a 20% off pricing structure and a low-risk 3-month commitment instead of an annual contract. We're actually still doing that now, so it's still available to individuals who want to take advantage of it with virtual events.
So fantastic. And I remember you were telling me about the success of a couple of your higher education customers. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so we work with several universities and worked with a few of them that started to move in-person events online. If you're not familiar with higher ed admissions, prior to COVID, on-campus admissions events were half to all-day formats that brought hundreds of prospects to campus to learn about the institution. These engaging events connected students with alumni, professors, and other students to get answers to questions about campus life and programs and future career paths. So after colleges moved their entire organization online and in a work from home structure, it was now time to get admissions events virtual. But the important thing was to retain that connection and those relationships throughout the virtual events. So one university's idea, which we'll talk about later, required that hundreds of unique events be created in a short time.
Awesome. So fantastic. Can you share with us why those institutions chose Blackthorn even before COVID-19?
Yeah, for sure. So events provide important information. If you're an event planner, you know this, about your prospects. about their interests and what information they need to take to get to the next step, or what information they need to get to the next step. The biggest benefit is that event planners are able to create and manage events, and then teams can view which events prospects have attended right next to other communications, all in Salesforce without an integration or data transfers. It's one of the biggest benefits for our customers. So you get what Cvent and Eventbrite provides. Sorry, that was a tricky one to say, but natively in Salesforce with Blackthorn.
So easy, so awesome. So how do you do virtual events? How do they even work?
Yeah, so I'll kind of walk you through a couple things to help paint the picture, and then we'll talk about that specific university. So colleges, just like any organization, use popular video or streaming solutions. You can see a few that I've listed here on the slide for their virtual information sessions and meetings. So we focused on connecting those solutions in a unique way, so they didn't have to start out with a completely new video conferencing solution, which is really beneficial. We'll start kind of at the beginning of the registration process. You can kind of see how it works, but this is a really important one as well to help with that data management. Organizations use our native click not code, fully customizable registration forms, which when a registrant fills it out, that information goes directly into Salesforce on a unique attendee record that's related to new leads, existing contacts, whoever you and your organization want to set up that matching logic, we can do. For example, so one of, on top of like standard questions that higher eds would normally ask prospects, you can ask graduation year, high school info. This is really important information that can further cater the conversation even after virtual events or your virtual events are done. So these native forms save teams time, a ton of time exporting data from Zoom, or having to deal with limited integrations with those video conferencing tools. So another really unique part, after registration, teams can see in Salesforce who signed up for the virtual events, and after they join the session, their attendance status gets updated to attended, which is, you can imagine the importance of these statuses for managing communications. I myself am a marketer, and this is vital. Our higher eds often use Pardot or Marketing Cloud to automate invitations, confirmations, and then set up post-event nurture campaigns as well.
Wow, the registration and data management seems super easy for both event planners and registrants. You mentioned one university saw over 10,000 people join their virtual events. How did they do that?
Yeah, it was definitely the strategy behind their events for sure, but the ability to scale was vital for them, and that's where we helped. As mentioned before, the most important thing for this particular university was to facilitate that relationship between prospects and campus community members, and to do it in a way that really worked best for a very busy, distracted online audience working from home or on phones. So what they did was they created a series of shorter 30 to 1 minute or 30 minute to 1 hour virtual sessions, kind of morphing that on-campus program into a breakout of topics, over 200 sessions. So you can imagine the time that goes into creating 200 events. With Blackthorn, our recurring events and clone features, it makes it so our admissions teams and other event planners don't have to start every session from scratch. It's very, very helpful for scale.
That's great.
Yeah, it is really cool, and it's amazing to use. I mean, we even use our product for our own events, and it helps us too. So the biggest benefit to prospects was that sessions were run by students, professors, and alumni, and that's really was the goal for them, was to keep that relationship going. So prospects could learn more about their programs of study, and in a format that helped create engagement through different communication styles. So just to give you an example of these events, because it's the important thing to know. So for top of funnel prospects, things like online visit days let individuals watch presentations live, learn the basics of the university, and then attendees can kind of ask questions in the chat window. It's basically a very a basic meeting to kind of kick off learning about the college. And then for prospects towards the middle of the funnel, more of an open QA with professors and students. to learn more about the programs and career paths. And then the end of funnel was really about classroom shadowing, job shadowing. So by using live streaming, they could invite prospects to a class and a project during that class happening, or even shadow an alum at work. And then I want to bring this up. This isn't necessarily that university's reporting dashboard, but it's an example to show how universities can show the success of these virtual events using Salesforce reports. So teams can tie webinar and attendee data to other important institutional goals. So to kind of summarize, with Blackthorn, universities are able to run virtual events and see attendee data using Salesforce, easily create multiple events and conversations with attendees at scale through our time-saving features. They can stay connected through targeted, engaging experiences with professors, students, and alumni. And that one university saw over 10,000 prospects attend their 200 plus virtual admissions event sessions.
Love it. So awesome. Let's make sure to share with everyone how to get connected.
Yes, cue up the next step slide, right? So we've got lots of tools here. If you'd like to know more about our info and reduced pricing, it's on our website at blackthorn.io. We also offer to anyone a free 21-day trial on the App Exchange. You can reach out to Melissa and myself via our .org chatter or our contact sales on our website. And then my personal belief, and I know one of Melissa and everybody at Salesforce, is we're stronger together. And Blackthorn agrees. We want to partner to help more customers. So if you're a Salesforce employee, an SI, or you're an ISV and you have another app, let's chat. Reach out to us on our .org chatter or email me. And I think that wraps it up. So thanks everybody for your time and listening in.
Awesome. Thanks, Kristen. Be well. Stay safe, everyone.